Hey everyone, this is Chase, the Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and today we're going to help you decide which Alpinestars boot is best for you. All right, everyone, thank you for checking in. As you can see on the table today, we have the lineup of boots from Alpinestars. If you're shopping for a set, not quite sure which one is going to be best for you, we're going to help you out today. We're going to go through, we're going to point out the differences in each boot as you work your way up in price. So by the end of this, it'll give you a good understanding of what is the difference between these and ultimately help you decide which one is going to be best for you. You have the Tech 3 and the Tech 5, which are going to be your entry to mid-level boots. You have the Tech 7, which is your mid-level to pro level, and then you have the Tech 10, which is the premium pro level boot that you're going to see a lot of the top riders in the world wearing. So we're going to go through, talk about different categories, and help you decide. First up, let's just talk about pricing real quick. With the Tech 3 being entry level, you're right around 199 bucks, so about $200 price point. The Tech 5, you're about 280. The Tech 7, you're anywhere from about $370 to $420 depending on the options that are available, because there's an Enduro option with an Enduro sole. There's also a Drystar version that is waterproof. So that's your price range there. And then you have the Tech 10, which is going to be $600, and then you have the Tech 10 Supervented, which is going to be about $650. So those are the different price ranges. Let's talk about fit real quick. One thing that Alpinestars boots are known for is how comfortable they are right out of the box, and I would agree with that. I've ridden in Tech 7s and the Tech 10s. They are super comfortable. They all have a nice wide toe box. The length's going to fit true to size. One thing that I would note with sizing, this is a question that we get pretty often, is calf opening. For riders that have big calves and that wear, say, knee braces or a knee guard underneath, the Tech 3 being entry level is going to have the smallest calf opening. The Tech 5 is going to be a little bit bigger, and then you get even larger with the Tech 7. And to give you a reference, I have a 16-inch calf diameter. When I wear a Tech 7 and a knee brace, I can get these to overlap, so you can use me as a reference. And then the Tech 10, which does have the largest calf opening of the bunch. Keep in mind, we do have a fit guarantee no matter what boot you buy from us at Rocky Mountain. If you don't like how it fits, send it back in brand new unused condition. We want to make sure you get the size and the fit that you are looking for, so we give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. You can exchange it for the same boot in a different size or a completely different boot, and just to make sure you're happy with what you get. All right, so with pricing and fit out of the way, let's talk about safety, because ultimately with safety, that's what you're investing in the most here. So starting out with the Tech 3 and the Tech 5. These two boots are very similar in the amount of protection and support for the ankle that they're giving. In fact, these two, even at their price points being that entry and mid-level option, still offer pretty good support for the ankle. With the Tech 3, you do have a link on the medial side, which offers good support, also helps with the flexibility. With the Tech 5, you also have a link, or a pivot point on the medial side. It's not the exact same as the Tech 3, but again, when you're talking about support, it's very, very similar to the Tech 3. Now, if you're looking at those two and wondering, well, where's the difference in the price there? There's a few other noticeable differences that we will talk about here in just a moment. But as you work your way up to the Tech 7, the Tech 7, you're going to get more protection, more support for the ankle. You now have their biomechanical link system on the lateral side, along with a pivot on the medial side. So the Tech 7 does give more support laterally for the rider's ankle. Another big safety feature that you get with the Tech 7 is they utilize the flex blade system on the back, which is a bite from their Tech 10, which helps to limit hyperextension and hyperflexion. So a little bit more safety support for the ankle with the 7. Now with the Tech 10, again, this is the premium option, and you're gonna get the most support possible. And I'm just gonna say right now that of all the boots that I've ever ridden in my opinion, I think the Tech 10 gives the most support of any premium boot that is out there, and here's why. You have their flex system, so you have a pivot system on the lateral and the medial side, the flex blade system like on the Tech 7, but you also have the flex blade in the front as well, so you're getting even more hyperextension, hyperflexion there. You also have one feature I really like, which is their flex control insert right here between the two lower buckles. That just helps to control the amount of flex. It helps absorb big impacts, which I really like. You also have their DHCP, which is a foam insert, kind of like EPS inside of a helmet that's in the heel area that helps absorb big impacts. So if you have to hit the eject button off the bike in the air, or if you just have a big impact, it helps absorb some of that to protect the rider's heels. And lastly, with the Tech 10, you have their inner ankle brace system. So this is inside here. This works in conjunction with the boot itself. And the inner ankle brace has these two torsion bars, one on each side, which help also with your side-to-side movement, but it also helps with hyperflexion going forward and hyperextension going back. So with the Tech 10, you are getting the most protection and support possible inside of a boot. You'll also notice too, one last thing, as you work your way up from the Tech 3 and Tech 5, you get to the 7, you've got more hard TPU, so a little bit more impact protection, and then looking at the Tech 10, you can see even more hard TPU, so the most impact protection with the Tech 10 as well. So that is safety. Now let's talk about buckles. All right, so buckles. Now, all these boots have a very similar buckle design, but there are some differences that we want to point out, and I'm going to say this now. What's nice is that all the buckles and straps on all of these are replaceable. Starting with the Tech 3 buckle design, plastic straps, plastic buckles, they work well. Moving on to the Tech 5, this is one of those differences I was talking about earlier where you're going to see why you're adding that price to the Tech 5 is you have a 4 buckle design on this. So with that 4th buckle, in fact, I had a rider try these on back to back. He felt like with the 4 buckles versus 3, he could just get a little bit better fit. He could fine tune it a little bit more having that 4th strap on there. So you've got 4 straps, and then you also notice too that on the actual strap itself, you now have a little bit of aluminum there. But aside from that, the buckle design is going to be the same. Moving to the Tech 7, again, 4 buckles just like with the Tech 5, but you do have a little bit more aluminum on those, so just a little bit more durability. And then moving on to the Tech 10, 3 buckle design versus 4, but the reason they do that is because they have that inner ankle brace system, so they didn't need 4 straps on there. But with these buckles, they're cold forged aluminum, so they're a very strong buckle, and the actual straps themselves are a little bit thinner and made from a different material that just makes them a little bit stronger. That's your buckle design. Now let's talk about construction. All of these use microfiber as the base material. But like I said earlier, as you work your way up, you're gonna see more TPU or hard plastic that gives you more impact protection. So again, between the Tech 3 and the Tech 5, when you look at these and how they're built, they're almost identical, but there are some subtle differences, and this will help explain a little bit of that price gap too. From the Tech 3 to the Tech 5, looking at the 5, you notice there's a lot more Alpinestars logos. You hardly have any logoing on the Tech 3, but with the 5, you can see you've got the logo here on the toe box, it's on the back of the boot, and as you'll see on the inside, there's a lot of logoing there as well. Aside from that, other than the buckles, the construction is very, very similar. But as you work to the Tech 7, again, as you work your way up in price, now you're gonna see, same base material with that microfiber, but you have more hard TPU, more hard plastic for impact protection. And then with the Tech 10, you're getting the most possible. A lot of hard plastic, a lot of impact protection, but I do want to call out here, you have the Tech 10 Supervented, so construction on this is going to be different because for riders that ride in hot, dry climates that maybe your feet get really, really hot and you have to take your boots off when you're not riding, if you want a boot that is built to ventilate and circulate as much air as possible, that's what the Tech 10 is designed to do. You've got big intakes on the front, a lot more perforation. The inner ankle brace is all mesh, perforated construction as well. So watch the product spotlight to learn more about that. But if you want airflow, Tech 10 Supervented is one of the best options, hands down. Now let's talk about the insides. So on the insides of these, what we're really talking about is how much grip are they going to give on the bike using different materials. So with the Tech 3 and the Tech 5, these are both just going to utilize hard plastic on the inside. There's not a rubberized material here, so it's not going to offer as much grip as the others in the lineup. And one of the other differences that I mentioned earlier is if you look at the Tech 5, there's some of that Alpinestars logo that I was talking about that you're getting that you don't see on the Tech 3. As you work to the Tech 7, now this upper insert right here, this honeycomb shape, actually does have a rubberized grip to it. So it's going to offer more grip when you're squeezing the motorcycle. But when you get to the Tech 10, you have this rubber insert up here on the top. And also this lower insert down here is also a rubberized material versus just hard plastic that you have on the bottom of the Tech 7. So the Tech 10 is going to give you the most grip possible when you are squeezing the bike. Next, let's talk about soles. All right, so all of these soles are replaceable, which is awesome. Typically with, say, entry-level boot like the Tech 3, you tend not to see replaceable inserts on a boot at that price level, but you do get that, so that is a bonus. But with the Tech 3 and the Tech 5, these both have the same sole design. Same rubber compound. It's a very grippy rubber, so it offers great traction or great grip on the foot pegs. And you can see right here, that is the insert that is going to be replaceable. As you work up to the Tech 7, it's similar, but there is a difference here. When you look at it, you notice that up here on the toe box, how you have these little bumps. Well, these are actually designed to give a little bit more grip on the foot pegs when the rider's up on their toes. So a little bit different design there to offer a little bit more grip in the toe box. But then when you get to the Tech 10, big differences here. With the Tech 10, first of all, I want to point out that the replaceable insert is a lot bigger. So if you're hard on the soles of your boots and you tend to wear your soles out in different spots, this is going to give you more area that you can replace if you do wear through them. Also, the sole design on this is different. And this is actually a proprietary sole design from Alpinestars on the 10. And this is actually the design that they used for just their top level riders for a while. But then they said, you know what? Let's make it available for everybody. So this sole design is just meant to give the most grip possible on the foot pegs. You have those same little pieces here in the front like you do on the Tech 7. But one noticeable difference is that on the inside here, you actually have these ribs or these cutouts. Those are designed to give more grip when you're weighting the outside peg. So if you're coming around a flat corner, going through a rut, you're really pressing down with that outside boot. These are just designed to bite into those foot pegs and give extra traction. Now, one other difference with the Supervented that you're not going to see from the outside, on the inside, the insole is a mesh construction as well to give as much air circulation along with that inner ankle brace as well. So those are your soles. All right, so that does it of our overview of the Alpinestars boot lineup. So a quick little recap. Tech 3, Tech 5, your entry to mid-level offerings. Tech 7, your mid-level to pro. And the reason that I say mid-level pro is because there are top-level riders that do wear a Tech 7. And then with the Tech 10, this is the premium option, the most support, the most protection possible. Now, if you're looking at these and you're having a hard time deciding, a couple tips of advice. First of all, what I always recommend is, buy the best boot that you can afford. You don't want to skip out on safety. You want to have the most protection possible when you're out there riding, but also be realistic with yourself and ask yourself the question, what type of riding are you doing? And also, what skill level are you? If you're an entry-level rider that's, not going at those higher speeds, maybe you're not jumping quite yet, then a Tech 3 is going to be great. But as you start to work your way up in speed, you're starting to do some more jumps, you're looking for more support, then maybe jump up to something like the Tech 7. And then if you're a faster rider, obviously, if you're looking for the most support possible, and maybe you don't need a Tech 10 right away at your skill level, but you've got the budget and you want to go all out, then by all means, go with the Tech 10. But if you do have questions or comments, if you want some more feedback, we want to get your questions answered, so make sure to leave those below. If you have one of these and you've ridden in it, we would love to hear your feedback, what's been your experience, and that's going to help other riders out that are looking to pick up their next set. To see all of these boots and to grab yours today, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Orders over $75 ship free. And as always, if you like this overview, we've got a lot more just like it. So get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. We are the best place to go for product reviews, our guides like you saw today, our how-to videos, all the other great content that we have. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.